Well, hello, 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 every six people. Welcome in. Of course, I won't start talking until people come in, obviously. I have a few things to say. And then we'll get on to the Diddy stuff as well. Diddy was in court yesterday. So I want to give you the lowdown on that. And we can chit and chat, right? So we'll leave a few people, hopefully get notifications and they can come in. There's only nine folks looking at me right now, but that's all right. People are like, oh, well, we went to her chat. Okay, just waiting for some folks to pop in, guys. When you're ready, feel free. Like I said, we're gonna chit chat and also try and bring the attention away from a person who only speaks crap and do our own thing, more or less. What else can you do? I guess you know what I mean. In this day and age, what can you do? Um, I wish I could say a lot, but I guess it's better off not saying anything at all. That kind of way. I know I came on a bit early. I can put back the live if no one's willing to come in here. I'm good with that. It's all right. I mean, I only use YouTube as a place to come in and talk. It's not my life or anything like that for sure. I'm really starting to get back on the bandwagon when it comes onto YouTube. Um, So yeah, I'll wait for a couple of folks to get in, and if not, I will reschedule the live for maybe later on. If this is a wrong time, I don't know, but I wanted to come on because um I don't want to be people coming along telling me I'm drinking when I know full well I'm not, and that's something what people like to throw out there a lot because when you're trying to do better, they don't want to see you doing better. There's a lot of folks who do want you to do better, but well, I think I'll end this for now. There's no one coming in. So yeah, what a shocker, right? There's no one coming in my life. Imagine that. Okay, the rolling here the other night though when I went off on Buddy some bit didn't one there, but nah, I don't really want to bring him up because he's not worth bringing up even. Excuse me for my coughing. I don't want to mute because I don't want people thinking I'm doing something else. But yeah, maybe I should put back the light for another hour. Maybe if that's the case, if everyone's having their dinner. I know I came on pretty early our time. There's reasons I'm trying to do the earlier lives. But yeah, I can come back. I can shut this one down and just do another one. No problem. I don't know which seven people are even watching in at me right now. So strange. All right, I'm shutting it down, guys. All right, I'll get back to you. And if not, I might come back tomorrow. If if no one wants to come in, I mean, I can't sit there and talk to myself. You know what I mean? I'm not used to doing that, and I know I haven't been coming on YouTube every day, every day, every day. I just because I'm doing things. Hey, cool gamer, there's one in. How are you doing, my friend? I hope you're well. It's just six. Maybe the notifications are going out late. I don't know. But people are always bugging me saying I play my intro too long. This is the reason why, because my intro. Hey, new hobby, how you doing, lovely? I have some Diddy news for you, for all you guys, and I also just want to have a chit chat as well. You know, we'll get to the Diddy bit in a bit when we get some folks coming in, because I'm not going to be rinse and repeat. I'm not going to do that. Lovely to see two people in here at the most. Anyway, just great, fantastic. How are you doing, new hobby? What are you up to today, girl? I did. I heard about Virginia Duvray. She did unalive herself, I do believe. Um, we don't know why or what went on. No one knows right now. I did hear about her. She was one of the survivors from the Jeffrey Epstein case. She unalived herself. Apparently, yeah, yeah, correct. Yeah, I heard that too. You know, I do have some stuff I want to play, but I'm gonna wait for some. Look, you see, well, here's what happens with me, right? People say, "Oh, Susan's repeating herself too much," because new people come in and they say, "Well, hey, what are you talking about?" Because obviously they ain't listening, right? A bit fishy in your eyes. Yeah, I thought it was leaving three children behind like that. Bit weird. I did hear about Okay, all right, AB. I know AB, you're only fucking trolling me, but if you're kind in chat, I will. But other than that, one second. I don't mind AB in here as long as he's not acting a jackass, more or less. I don't have a problem with anybody, to be honest. I'm gonna put it that way. Main account, hold on. Well, at least he asked politely, you know what I mean? Didn't demand it. I mean, if you demand something off me, you probably won't receive it. So yeah, let me get there. Give me something to do while some folks are coming in. Um, community. Da, da, da. Let me have a look and see what's going on. I have this channel is heavily over moderated. Okay. Let me have a look. AB. What am I not saying that? Oh, there you are. Uh, So many fucking people in this. Anyway, I left a few out. There you go. Virginia Dufree forced her death after an incident. I don't even know what incident that may have been, but and my God, AB, you have a lot of well, second and third and fourth and fifth and whatnot. You know what I mean? Stuff going on there. I didn't even know you had an AB too, to be honest. You probably have a three, four, five, six, seven, eight, God knows what. Why the main account is so important, I don't know. Um, so, like I said, this is only a chit chat live. I'm gonna stay on for about an hour or so, and I'm gonna get off and do what I gotta do. But yeah, it's crazy what happened that young lady. It is. I wonder, did she do it or did someone else have a hand in that? It's crazy. Susan Virginia had a car incident last month, and afterwards she said she's only got days to live. After she made a public made it public that she is not. I'm going to use the S word for the word you left behind whatsoever. She was hit by a bus. Well, man. And she wasn't going to do a S, like, unaliving herself, right? Yeah, it's crazy. Yes, that's right. I heard the same. Yeah. And I was thinking, why would she leave her three children behind? I mean, okay, everyone has mental health. I mean, my God, I mean, but you don't want to really do that. Now the headlines suspicious to say they at least. Oh, really? Really? Gotta look a little bit more into that because she was actually a strong, strong lady, you know. She came out fighting and she came out fighting on top. But it just amazes me how these people suddenly, unalive themselves just like that. I mean, you know. Oh, you're back in the store, Tara. Thank you, hon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to stay on for an hour and a bit. And yes, AB's in the chat, but AB's going to be AB. As long as he's not being rude, we're going to tolerate him. I don't think that AB is, well, yeah, okay. The right family have a history of, yeah, ABF. I know what you're saying. I'm reading out what you're saying, but I don't want to say it loud. But yes, you're correct in saying that. 100%. Yeah, there's only two mods in there, but there's hardly no one in there. There's hardly no one in there. It's crazy. They're all on the sidelines. Guys, please hit the thumbs up. It's the only thing I ever ask you to do. And make sure, AB, you can hit it up twice there with your two channels. I mean, God, AB must have many channels, I would think. I never even knew you had a balance two account, That's crazy. Um, if mods aren't going to bother their ass coming in, well, we can start taking wrenches back, I think, and keep them to the people who actually appreciate them, because this channel, when I was looking at the mods list, I was thinking, man, this channel is too wrenched. Hey, Heather, are you there, lovely? Hey, how you doing, love? I hope you're having a good day, Heather. We're all having a good day over here. Now, for people following the P. Diddy trial, um, P. Diddy was up in court yesterday, and he was offered, what do they call it? Where's my mind? I'm blank now, right now. P. Diddy was offered a plea bargain, okay, guys? Um, and he refused the plea bargain. Well, man, I might play you something from another channel under fair use. I'm gonna have to stop it every now and again. Just let me find this channel because I don't know if I'm subbed up to it through tablet wise, but I'd rather this guy. He like yeah, he's really good. So let me see what I can do here. He tried to get a lot of things thrown out yesterday. P Diddy did. God bless his heart, right? But the judge denied every goddamn request. And for him to not want to take the plea bargain, well, I don't think he's ever going to get out. I do not think he's going to get out anything unless something weird changes in that damn court case. I don't see it, but anyway, um, that's just my opinion. Let me see, can I don't even think I have YouTube on my tablet. Because the tablet's okay. Hold on, let me hit in there. See, can I find this? I want to find someone who is just Just like, all for that. Just let me see. Who can I find? Who can talk better in better languages and better stuff? You know what I mean? It says here that was Cat. Does anyone know was Catherine pregnant? It says here the royal family celebrates a new arrival. I mean, okay. I don't know if that's old or not. Let me get the. Bear with me, guys. Just bear with me, please. Okay, YouTube here. Mm. Hey, CJ. Okay. So, I want to get to the one. Sorry for the silence, guys. I know silence when you're on the stage, it sounds like hours when it's only a couple of seconds. I'm trying to get some credible sources here on the P. Diddy stuff, more or less. You know, it's bringing me up all the wrong stuff, and I don't want that. Okay, let me write a new damn name. Sorry for the silence. There you go. 23 hours ago. Let me see what's going on here. All right, the standards. Once upon a time, PTD was the helmet of nah, fuck it. Look, it drops there. Good lord. Eject all. I mean, seriously, this is stupid. Hold on, this is the standard I'm looking at. He was offered a plea deal, Tara, but he said no to it. So what I want to get someone, let me see can I find what I'm looking for. We're going to use this under fair use, right? Don't worry, I'll keep stopping it, you know. Hmm. Oh, my God. Give me a minute, guys. Technology sucks. Well, I found the guy I'm looking for, but I need to go to the ladies' room. So hold on. Just bear with me for 1 minute, please. I found the guy I'm looking for. Now, just give me a minute. This guy will go through the whole thing with you guys. I will stop and start. Right, I'm with you. Just bear with me 1 minute because I need to find the one I'm looking for. It comes up very differently on the tablet. Strangely enough, mm, the latest. Hold on, I hit that. This tab is bringing it up way crazier than I'm used to using what you call it the whole time. I'm only going to use the voice of this man because the way he explains it is way better than I could ever put there. You know what I mean? I should have done all this before I even turned the live button on, to be honest. So please bear with me, guys. Just let me do the right thing here. Let me see here. Why is that not bringing that up? That's crazy. So if I do it, you know what? I can do it on the I'm gonna do it on the computer. I'm gonna share a screen. The hell with it. Let me open it up. Give me a minute, guys. I'm working on this. This is not the one. Let me have a look. Oh, there. Get back to start. Right. We're gonna do fair use on this. Does anyone believe that Virginia really committed S? Probably also buys the ridiculous that she lied about Jeffrey. Well, no, no, I don't believe any of that. I believe there was other forces involved. Probably AB. That's a big one. What's on the YouTube streets at the moment too, right? You know. So hold on, I get this thing up, right? Okay, I'm gonna use this under fair use, fair use, and I am going to possibly okay, let me open this up. Um, hopefully we won't get a strike for doing this crap, but anyways, let me know if you can hear this. Put a one chat.
He had a court hearing today, man, and oh my
Can you hear
God,
this?
man, Diddy's own worst nightmare, man. Diddy is his own worst nightmare, yo. I can't believe this dude turned down. Oh my God, bro. They offered this man a plea deal and to where he wouldn't spend the absolute rest of his life in prison if
Right, here we are. We gotta stop it every now and again. I'm sorry for that, but it's part of the YouTube terms and conditions. Um, as you can hear this man saying, they offered him a plea deal, and he turned it down. This is going to be for educational purposes only. For those who are listening in. Right, let me get going again.
he lives that long. He rejected the plea deal, and then
Can you hear that good? Put a one chat so you can hear that.
for you guys who don't know what's going on, Diddy just had a court hearing. They offered Diddy a plea deal to where this dude could walk at least and see some of the rest of his life He
Thank you,
rejected the
Sarah. Appreciate
deal,
that.
and the judge don't hit him with the sledgehammer, man. He going to prison for the rest of his life, bro. Judge just made some absolute devastating rulings that is going to absolutely crush him, man. I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on.
Right, I gotta stop it again because we're using under fair use. Once again, this happened yesterday. Okay. He was offered a plea deal even yesterday before he actually went into court itself. He turned it down. And just listen to what's going to happen next. Just listen to this, guys. You got to hear this, right? Try and move my backside up there a little. I got to keep this. I'm sorry for stopping it, but, it is under fair use.
As soon as we get a couple more people in the chat, so I don't have to, because y'all keep saying ticket. You repeat the same thing, but people forget this is a live stream. So as the live builds up, more and more people get the notifications. More and more people are coming in, and they're asking me in the comments, "What's going on, ticket? What's going on?" And that's why I repeat myself, because new people are coming in the live as the live builds. In the you know what I'm saying? In the chat. Man, the judge is allowing crucial. Oh my God, man. Katie Shayla, what's good? I see you in the building. Yeah, man. Y'all smash the like button, subscribe as y'all come on in here, man. I'm finna let y'all know exactly what happened today, man. Diddy just got out of court, bro. This fool right here, bro. He should have took the plea, in my opinion, bro. He should have took the plea, man. He should
You
have
should
took
have
the
took
plea,
the
bro.
plea. Listen to
He
what
should
he's
have, to
saying.
me, he should have took the plea, bro. Because everything they're hitting him with now, they've been slow leaking this dude. They've been I told you, they've been hitting him with the slow. You know how when a boxer punch slow, but
Right, we gotta stop it right again. Under fair use, under fair use. Um, what they're saying is that they give him the plea deal again, and basically he did not know what the judge was going to do next. And you're going to hear word for word, not my words, word for word. This man, from this channel, comes from the Lions Den community, knows exactly what he's talking about. He has the paperwork in front of him, so he's reading from the paperwork. He ain't playing. This man is reading from the paperwork. Let me just do it again now. Here we go.
you don't even see the punches coming, but you can't even dodge or duck it. They've been hitting Diddy like that, yo.
Make
He
sure
been
it
getting hit
thumbs
like
up,
that. He been
guys.
getting hit
Please
with things he
help
ain't
the
even
channel
seen,
grow.
bro. So he getting hit with body blows that he don't even see coming. Now, for you guys who don't know what's going on, it was just revealed in court that the feds offered Diddy a plea deal into which he would have probably been able to walk after some years and not spend the entire rest of his life in prison. But after what just happened in court today, man, this man going to prison for the rest of his life, man. They offered him a way out.
There you go.
They
They
offered
offered
him
him
a
a
way
way
out.
out.
Now,
Right?
I'm going to let y'all know exactly what the situation is, what the play is, right? So everybody is kind of in tuned and locked into what the play is. So basically, Diddy was in court, and I'm going to give y'all the whole play-by-play of exactly what happened in court, all right? So Diddy goes into court.
Smash the
The
like,
judge
guys. Don't
says,
forget.
all rise.
There's 34 me in
So
the chat right now.
they say, all rise. So the judge says, so we have a slew of motions. We'll go through them. Then other issues the parties would like to address. It says, let's start with the summary charts, right?
Here comes
At
the
docket
summary.
203. Have you worked it out to moot it? Question mark. And the government says, we'll give drafts early. And I want to tell y'all something. The reason why Diddy made
I want to let you know this guy, he's reading the legal paperwork. He ain't reading anything else. He's reading the proper paperwork's coming out of New York City right now. This is the actual paperwork. This is written and printed, and this is what's going on right now. I'm sorry I have to keep cutting it off, but it's under fair use, okay?
this mistake and didn't take the plea bargain is baffling, because like old girl said, once he walked out of court today, he wished he took that plea. after he walked out of court the day after what they saw
Oh,
happen.
definitely. When you hear this.
So Diddy's lawyer says, we will raise the issues about the specific charge. The judge says, I agree.
Maybe I opened up
I
your
need
other
to look at
account.
them one by one on a line item basis.
I know you
So
ain't gonna,
203 is denied. As
you're
new.
welcome here. Hell,
Now
as long as you're being
205,
respectful.
Dr. Hughes, granted in part, denied in part. Coercive control is out. The judge says, as to interpersonal violence, if Dr. Hughes is
Welcome,
asked,
maybe.
she can,
As long as you're being respectful.
of course, answer. But what I don't want to have at the trial is an attempt to get in material in the coercive control section. Dr. Barty will address shortly. So basically, remember that lady I told y'all that they had in the Harvey Weinstein case that came in? And if I'm not believing in the Harvey Weinstein case, I think it was either it was a Harvey Weinstein or the R. Kelly case. I think it was a Harvey Weinstein. But the lady they brought in, the doctor that explained all of these coercion tactics and stuff like this, well, the judge has ruled that.
All right, we got to stop it again because it's under fair use, fair use, fair use. So what he's saying right now is that he rejected the plea deal. Now the judge is hitting him with motions that he would not think what was even going to happen. They're leaving this lady who was in the Harvey Weinstein in federal indictment, and she is going to come in and testify on behalf of the government and not on behalf of Diddy. Okay, just so we can get that straight now.
Yeah, she gonna be able to be testifying in there, man.
There
That's
you
a
go.
devastating blow for Diddy. They wanted her out. Then
Possibly, Mojave, possibly.
as to interpersonal violence, if the Dr. Hughes is asked about that, she can answer, of course. He says, but what I don't want to have is a trial and attempt to get in the material in the coercive control section. Dr. Barty will address shortly. Then the judge says the motion to exclude the March 5th, 2016 video denied.
They're on about Cassie, but listen to this
the
now,
judge
guys.
walked into court. We found out, and I'm gonna talk about the George Santos. I'm gonna talk about his sentencing later on in a different video because he got sentenced to 7 years today too. George Santos. I'm gonna talk about him in a different video. And his sorry ass. But Diddy, they let this dude. They gave him a plea deal where he was gonna be able to get out of prison and see the light of day again. Now he's never going to get out, ever.
Never.
The judge just ruled
Listen.
that not only can the doctor give her testimony, but he ruled that the Cassie tape is on. The tape from
Cassie tape has been entered into evidence.
Used in court against Sean Diddy Combs.
Yep.
Diddy wish he would have took that plea deal now. Diddy fought hard to get that tape removed. The judge says, nope, that tape will be entered into evidence and it will be used against you in the court, in the trial.
Y'all seen that tape is Cassie tape? It's not
tape is everything. He's done. I'm going to read it again. The motion from Diddy's team, this is the dumbest. Every move Diddy has made has been dumb. They gave this nigga a plea deal, right? They gave him a plea deal to where he was going to be able to at least see something.
Right. Why did he not take the plea deal, Susan? Because he's a narcissist. He believes he can win this. Now, there's going to be some words I don't really appreciate, but understand I'm using this under fair use. It's not my words, okay? This comes from the Black community. So please don't take it on me. I'm just restreaming using under fair use. It's not my words. I just want to state that right now. I just want to put that out there right now. So I'm going to continue on here now.
Years of his life. He rejected the plea deal, and then the judge hit this dude with an ether napalm bomb. Not only did he approve that same doctor that helped get Harvey Weinstein ass locked up, the judge also said, yeah. You trying to throw out that Cassie tape? Nah, we using the Cassie tape. Cassie tape entered into evidence. He says the motion to exclude.
Do y'all remember the Cassie tape when it was shown on CNN? CNN, yeah, right? That was the outlet. We'll put that out there. Listen to what's coming up next. Listen to this.
The Cassie tape by Diddy's team has been denied. The U.S. is not seeking to introduce the broadcast footage. I'll cite 839 F sub at 568 about fair and accurate depictions. The probative value here is not substantially outweighed. Diddy fought hard to get that tape out. He said the tape was edited. They had people look at it. It was fake. The judge went over it and said, nah, that tape is on in court. Diddy ass should have wished he would have took that plea deal, bro. I'm telling y'all this. Because if he would have known that they were going to allow that tape in this doctor, Diddy probably would have took that plea deal. The judge says, can the U.S. address any of these issues, though? So the government says, there's a surveillance video. We've been able to slow it down to the frame rate of the cell phone video. And the cell phone, an iPhone 6 video, it's a bit shaky. We've been able to correct those, though. The person who shot the cell phone video.
Right, there we go. What he's talking about right now, he's talking about, can you hear me? Put him on the chat. Put him on the chat if you can hear me, because I took myself off screen, so it'll make Diddy bigger. Can you hear me? Put him on the chat. Anyone, a new hobby, are you there? Put it on the chat, lovely. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Or do I have to get back on panel? Can anyone hear me? Hello? Knock on wooden door. Okay, I might have to put myself back on panel, man. Right, one, you can hear me. Okay, good. Now I took myself off a bit because I want to show the whole thing, right? This man is cooked. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't gonna see the light of day for nobody. Now he had so many times that he did. Yeah, you can hear me. That's good, right? You know, I'm sorry. I gotta stop it and start it and stop it and start it. I wish I could just go through and re-listen to the whole damn thing, but that wouldn't be classed as under fair use at that point, right? So I gotta do the right thing. So here we go, right? Listen to this.
Video will testify. It's over with, bro. They got the person who got the shot the iPhone, the actual video. The person who shot the cell phone video will testify at trial. So we'll introduce the actual video. Lord Jesus, they got the video, y'all. They got the video, man.
Mm-hmm.
The judge says if the defense has a proposal for something that can be easily done, please do. Next, the motion not on the docket about a particular medical procedure. And they said Diddy lost a lot of weight too, y'all. They said Diddy is skinny as hell. They said he's going through it. The government
I do believe that Diddy lost a lot of weight.
The medical procedures go
really bad.
directly to the degree of control he had over her. Consent to specific sexual acts is relevant to this question on coercion. The judge says you're not alleging that the procedure was part of the alleged sex trafficking. The government said it was related. Boy, this shit is crazy. The judge says you're going.
All right, I gotta stop it there because it's under fair use. Right. You know what? Everything this man is saying, he is not saying it because he thinks he knows it. He's saying that he's reading from the actual indictment. So please, there is some things there, and I hope it don't trigger anybody at all. So please bear with us. We will get through it. It gets a bit easier.
Gonna have to be more specific. The government says, I'm trying to be cautious. The judge says we have motions not on the docket, and I
He is
understand
reading
that.
from the
But we
indictment.
have to get to the heart of these issues and get it right. And it must be a public trial.
It must be
The
a
judge
public
says,
trial.
I'm going to grant the motion. Lord have mercy. All that means is the government must approach first before trying to trying to elicit that testimony. The government then says, but it may be relevant to voir dire. Do we have a conference on that? Question mark. On the types of questions to the prospective jurors. The judge says, as to the motion to admit statements of his employees and prior consistent statements of the witnesses, has there been any attempt to confer? Question mark. The government says, we have produced a list of evidence, exhibits to the defense, Diddy's team. So we will confer before calling those witnesses. The judge says, given that you've disclosed a lot of stuff, could the court get a chart by next Friday? Question mark. Then I can resolve those before trial to avoid all-nighters during the trial. The government says, just a moment, Your Honor. They whisper something and says, that sounds reasonable. The judge says, as to the motion on the 911 call, the call could come in as a prior consistent statement. I emphasize, could. The motion to preclude Mr. Combs' prior consistent statements were reserved on it and address it at trial. Failure to comment.
Right, gotta stop it again. I hate stopping it because I'd rather it play through, but um they did get the Cassie video. What happened was there was some worker working there at that time. Why would what? Why would someone video him kicking the crap out of someone and not help her? People are not right. I agree. No, I totally agree with that. I genuinely do. It's there. What happened when the security cameras were all over the hotel, right? And some guy who was watching the footage of this happening, he decided to take out his iPhone number 6 and record this thing. Listen to what he's going to say next. Just listen. I gotta stop it every now and again, over cause fair use.
Other bad acts reserved. He's cooked, bro.
He's when you say
Now it
cook, that
says that
means he's
Diddy
gone down.
and his lawyer were whispering to each other, the lady lawyer, Alexander Shapiro, right? So the government says there is a host of case law in our favor. The judge says, should I exclude evidence of the defendant's prior good acts? Question mark. Some of his background is relevant. The government says we want to preclude evidence that other couples hire escorts. Diddy's lawyer, Mark Anglifo, says, I'm not sure I understand what the government is arguing. The government says just because others may have done something wrong doesn't make it okay.
There you
Diddy's
go.
lawyer says, hey, but they're swingers. The judge says in the motion to dismiss briefing, there are arguments about such actions that were not prosecuted. Are you going to call out those comparators? Diddy's lawyer says no. The judge says precluding cross of law enforcement will deal with that at trial. The judge says the motion to preclude testimony of Dr. Barley, granted in part and denied in part, nothing on coercive control, but coping strategies that can come in, but not the part of changing memories for lawsuits. That seems like lawyer written testimony. Diddy's lawyer, the female Shapiro says, oh no, the male Shapiro says, Can we put in a very short letter on Monday? The judge says, yeah, I'll review it. Let's move to victim 4. I don't see a basis to change my decision on victim 4.
Okay. I gotta stop it there. Under fair use, obviously. Victim 4 is classed as there. It when I looked at the indictment, it just says victim 4, and the word after that says minor, but everything else on that is blacked out, so you cannot read it. Okay, that's being kept for court. So victim 4 is classed as a minor. I don't know who it is. I'm not going to speculate who it is. Let's see what happens when it goes to trial. So I just want to say that right now. Victim 4 is classed as a minor. That's the only part I've seen where I said victim 4 and then beside it said the word minor. So here we go.
Diddy's lawyer, Tenny Gregoro, stood up and said,
It's
we
very sick.
maintain
A
our
lot of it
objection
is.
to that.
I mean, it's crazy.
Diddy's lawyer, Mark Anglifo,
How
said,
many
we
minors
don't
is
know
actually
how
in this
much of
club?
this was voted on by the
There's a
grand
couple.
jury.
I
Only the
don't really want to
government
go into it,
can
but there's a
answer that.
couple.
They presented the case to the grand jury. The judge says, on constitutional issues, are you the designated
What we're doing
expert?
here is we're sticking to
Mark
the
Anglifo,
facts.
Diddy's lawyer, says, yes, sir. Shapiro, question mark. The judge says, I don't think we're going to resolve the constitutional issue today. But the defense is asking why the forced labor was not in the earlier enterprise letters.
Mm-hmm.
The government, question mark, he asked. The government then said, victims 2 and 4. Now, this might be the one that they said was a minor
There you
in the
go.
writing.
Listen.
Victim number 2.
Oh, the
The
number
review
2
of
is
the
not right.
material
And 4.
is incredible.
I have two guesses of who they may be, but I don't want to say it because I could be
They say
wrong.
some records, the government, don't seem relevant at first blush, but later appear different. The judge says, I'll exclude on item 5, housekeeping, question mark. The government says, we want to seal
Yes,
the
victims 2
video
and 4 are
exhibits
minors.
of the freak-offs.
Mm-hmm.
The judge says that overrides the public's
I have an
interest.
idea who they are, but I don't want to
So
say.
y'all know what they tried to say? The government is trying to protect all the other people, I think, that's in those freak-off videos that's going to get played during the trial.
Now listen to this. This is very
They
important what
don't
he
want
says.
whoever's going to be in that courtroom to see all of those other people. But the judge says, hey, this is public information.
There you go.
The
Public
judge says,
information is going to get out
he
there.
asked, hey, does that override the public interest? Man, oh man.
Now, bear
The
in mind, there's
government
no
says,
cameras
yes,
in a federal
see,
case.
Amadeo, Second Circuit. The government says, we'll give the court and the public the exhibits on Friday before trial, May the
Wow.
9th. The judge says, fine. The government says, can you allocate, allocute, whatever it says, the defendant on the
I think he's trying
plea
to
offer
allocate.
that was made to him? Lord Jesus, have mercy, man. They offered Diddy the plea. He denied it, and the judge came in court today and ruled damn near against everything for Diddy, man. He's done. He cooked, man.
This case
This
will
nigga
be
lost.
very
He lost.
long.
He lost the motion on
One,
the
in
tape.
my
He
opinion.
lost the motion on the doctor. He lost the motion on.
New hobby. They're
Bro, this
open to
nigga,
have
he
it
gone,
done
bro.
in 3 months.
It says the judge says, is
Whether
there
it
any
does or
reason
not, God
we
knows.
can't
You know what I
do
mean?
the allocution on Thursday?
You're trying to say
The
Alex.
government said, that's fine. Diddy's lawyer says we'll put it in a closed order by the end of the day Monday.
Bear in
The
mind, this
judge
man
says
is
fine.
reading from the
Man, listen, bro.
actual
Hold on, y'all.
paperwork.
Hold on, y'all.
So I ain't bringing anything bogus.
Lord Jesus, man. Hold on, y'all. Bro, he toast, man. He toast, man.
You can hear this guy saying
Diddy
he's
lost
toast already, right?
all those.
I believe he's toast. I believe he's
Man,
done.
bro.
At 1 p.m. But we live tweeted the U.S. versus Sean Combs proceedings.
I'm gonna play this from the Inner City Press, y'all. Shout out to the Inner City Press. and he's going to talk about this now.
And shout out
Shout
to
out to Inner
Ticket
City
for
Press.
allowing us to
He
do
was
this.
in the courtroom, and I'm going to let him talk about this right now. Shout out to Inner City Press. He was in the courtroom.
Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York. Behind me, the gathering storm for Luigi Mangione at 1 p.m.
He dug his own
we live
grave.
tweeted
Yeah.
the U.S. versus Sean Combs proceeding from 11 to about like 12:30. Many rulings were made, including about swingers. You can find the whole thing. But I would say the biggest news coming out of it, other than swingers, which may make it into some headlines,
The past
the biggest thing
always
coming out
catches
was
up
that
with
right
you.
at
Yeah,
the
it
end,
does. Definitely.
the assistant U.S. attorney said, "Can you
He
now
got
get
away
the
with this
defendant
stuff for
on the
so
plea agreement
long.
that was offered to him?"
He got away with
The
it.
judge ended up saying he'll do that on Thursday. There's a lot of, I don't know if I've ever seen a trial with this much pre-trial, these many pre-trial
You know what
conferences.
these people, these
Maybe Maxwell, I'm
reporters
not sure.
who were
There's lots of
inside the
smoke. He's
court
getting, if you're
case when
talking
this
about due
went down.
process, and it's a word very much in the news these days. Diddy is getting massive due process. There's a hearings, virtually, hour-long hearings on these motions in limine, which could probably be ruled on in writing. That's usually how it's done after a single oral argument. But in this case, there's a series of them, the enterprise letter. But what plea agreement did the government offer Diddy that he turned down and is now going to trial with jury selection May 5th and opening arguments May 12th? We'll be covering all of it. Inner City Press. We also wrote the book, Did He Do It? And another one, government offered Diddy that he turned down and is now going to trial with.
Man. Oh, man, bro.
That came straight out
So,
of the
yeah, he
news.
lost all the motions
I'm
pretty
gonna have
much.
to pause there for
The
a minute.
Cassie
Oh,
tape
hold on.
is home.
Right. What you were hearing right there, that was the press who were inside the courthouse. They cannot bring cameras into a federal case. If you're wondering, a lot of people would love if it was on TV. It's not gonna happen. It's a federal case, and when you are hit with federal indictments, they do never allow the cameras in. But what they do allow is people who can do sketch artists, and they allow them to bring out onto the news what's going on at that point. So that's what you just heard right there, right? So I'm just gonna hit on there and shout out to Ticket TV for allowing us to do this one.
The judge ruled today that the Cassie tape will be on, and the person who recorded the Cassie tape on that iPhone is going to testify at the trial, y'all. Diddy tried to say, his team tried to say the tape was edited, it was played with all these other things. The judge says, nope, that tape will be allowed. And this is after Diddy rejected the.
Okay, now if you're wondering what went on there, when Diddy was in that freak off session, Cassie tried to flee. There was a freak off going on. You seen the infamous CNN, him running out in a towel and doing what he did to Cassie. I don't want to say exactly what you seen it yourselves, right? Um, there was actually a guy who was watching the cameras, and what he decided to do was pick up his iPhone 6 and record it. Now, listening to this. Listening to this.
The plea. So Diddy had a chance to take the plea bargain. You understand what I'm saying? Which probably was going to give him some years to his life. He rejected that plea and then walked into court today, and the judge ruled against him on damn near everything.
The judge ruled
But that
on damn
Cassie
near
tape, they have been fighting for that the
everything.
most. That tape is major because the feds are saying that tape also proves that there was a freak off, and that tape proves that Cassie was running away from a freak off.
There you go.
And that there was a male sex worker in that room that's going to testify at the trial as well.
There you go. He's cooked.
So what that tape did is that tape, the reason why everybody missed the whole point with that Cassie tape, but I'm going to explain that tape to y'all right now.
Here we
Why
go.
Diddy's lawyers really wanted that tape out, because everybody missed this. The Cassie tape wasn't just important because of the beating. Remember, he was already being charged with that and the indictment under the racketeering. It's on page 4. He's being charged with the assaults from that. They couldn't do that in a local court because of the
Right. I gotta stop it under fair use. So what he's saying is the guy who was watching the cameras in that hotel decided when he seen Diddy run out, wrapped around in the towel, mind you, with I don't know, pink stockings on or whatnot. Um, whatever. And you seen what went down with Cassie. Well, they're saying that she was trying to flee that freak off session, so to speak. So they're going to use all that in this trial. His lawyers wanted that all thrown out. It's not happening. Listen up.
statute of limitations, so they couldn't do that in just a you know what I'm saying a state case or something like that. It's like statute of limitations run out. But in the Fed case, they have charged him with that as a part of the RICO. It's in the indictment.
It's in, you see,
But
in
that
the
wasn't
indictment
it.
once again.
Diddy's team really wanted that out of there because he's facing life for the RICO by itself. Because that tape helps prove other aspects of other things he's being charged with. When they say he coerced and forced these women to do this, that tape, they're going to use it to say, look, when Cassie tried to escape
Listen
this
up,
freak
guys.
off, he beat her and he kidnapped her. That's why he's being charged with the kidnapping inside of the racketeering charge. Because if you hold somebody against their will from leaving, that's kidnapping.
There you go.
So that videotape, along with the evidence that they're going to prove to put the sex worker, male sex worker in that room at that hotel, along with, you understand what I'm saying? His testimony at trial. Now they're going to show, hey, look, this is Diddy, and what he did if you would not participate or did not want to participate in his freak off. And they're going to show that video of Cassie leaving out. And they're going to show why Diddy came out in a towel when he was butt-ass naked. Because that was a freak off. And if you could tell, Cassie didn't have on her normal clothes. Cassie just threw on something and ran up out of there. That's the part everybody's not telling y'all. Diddy was there. The feds are saying they have proof that that was a freak off. And that is why Diddy came out in his towel, because he was in the middle of a freak off session. They're saying Cassie wanted out of the freak off.
Okay, underneath fair use. Okay, where we're at right now. Diddy had a freak off session going on. Cassie right now, I think she ran out with a little pair of jeans on her, small shoes and a little top, and he got her, and you guys know what he did to her. I don't need to draw you a picture, so to speak, but that tape has been. He wanted that tape thrown out of court, and the judge said no, we're going to use it. So I mean, Diddy is, he ain't getting out for nobody. I'll tell you that right now.
Session. She ran away.
Listen,
and tried to
listen to
escape.
this.
When she tried to escape, he came out, beat her down,
There you
and
go.
held her against her will, which is kidnapping. That's why he's being charged for the kidnapping. And now they say that they have a worker who's going to basically admit that he was in that room, that was a freak off. They're probably going to use other videos if they have them to prove he was in that hotel. And they're probably going to use.
All right. What they're saying there is they have an SEX worker who was in that room who is going to testify against Diddy, saying, yes, this was a freak off and Cassie tried to leave. So that's what's going on there.
Use flight records and other records, bank records and other things that they can show from that time to prove that he was a freak off worker. What that Cassie tape does is it shows you video footage of that incident with Cassie, who's victim one.
Yeah.
So
she's known to be victim one.
That right there can put Diddy in prison for life. They're going to give him life. And I'm going to tell you why they're going to give him life. Because he rejected a plea deal.
Listen up.
Diddy gets found guilty. He's never getting out of prison ever again. They're going to find him for life. He's facing life just on the RICO. Forget the other 2 charges. Just on the RICO, they got the guns already that were defaced. They got the DRUGSs already, and they got snitches. Everybody.
All right, hold on. Let me stop it there. When they say they got the pew pews, that means that the serial numbers were phased off. Yes, that's very true. So they have all that, and they have footage of the Cassie trying to leave, and she was stopped against her own will, and stuff like that. And we're gonna hear a little bit more, and then I'm kind of gonna cut it because if it gets too deep,
Everybody say, "Hey, Ticket, where's all his co-defendants?" They flipped all his co-defendants already. They're cooperating, and they already gave
This
proffers
isn't about the
to testify against Diddy.
co-defendants.
So what's probably going to happen is they've already probably accepted pleas, meaning some of them will get light sentences.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're going to hear about it probably after the trial's over with. You'll hear about the co-conspirators and the time that they got for their cooperation, right? So, maybe you get like for your cooperation, you might get a year and a day. You know what I'm saying? And all this other stuff. I try to
Yes,
tell people,
and
man,
they all
I
turned
knew the
against
feds
him.
had
Yeah,
all
they
this
did.
stuff linked up because if you looked at it, the way you could tell that Cassie gave them the whole thing. It's like Cassie gave up the whole Carter, point blank, period. It's like she, in my opinion, Cassie told them everything about Diddy. That is the big thing about Diddy, Cassie being Diddy's girlfriend for that long time. She knew everything. She know the whole layout of the house. She know how Diddy move. She know how Diddy operate. She know everything around Diddy. She know the people he deal with, how all this stuff was going down because she was in it. So Cassie, in my opinion, as well, got a plea deal or proffer agreement for her testimony, her statements, and her going against Sean Diddy Combs. She will probably get off, and I think she's going to get off 100% with no punishment. Same thing as I believe that boy that was involved. They got jammed up with Diddy. So they also said that Diddy's co-workers, all those people that helped him, have already taken pleas. So what's
There
going
you
to
go.
happen is they're going to
Just stop
testify in
right there
court
for a minute.
against Diddy. Then they're going to come back.
Right. What he just said there is all the co-workers, all the people who helped him, like KK, Christina, Carm, allegedly, and got used to it allegedly, they all turned and they're after taking plea deals. So his whole enterprise, so to speak, are going against him. So he is one man standing right now. Yeah, he has 4 different law firms working for him, but I don't believe it's not gonna help it. You know what? It's not going to help him. He's not going to get out. It'll be interesting to see how many years he does get. It's sad. It's a sad situation all over because you have people who got hurt from him. You have people who were used by him, and not to mention his children. He does have 6 children, and they're going to be left without a father. And y'all know what went down with There's a lot to be said. You all know what went down with the mother, Kim Porter, right? People are starting to think that you had this healthy lady, and next minute she has low bar pneumonia, and she passes away from that with the best medical stuff she can possibly have. Now, just listen in, guys. Just listen in. Plus, the mental side of things, people will suffer. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, if you were a man and you lose your man card for fame and fortune, you're signing yourself over, right? Men are men. I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna say no more about that one. But anyway, I'll move on.
And then they're gonna receive their pleas, whatever they pled to, and whatever they agreed on was their punishment. That's what's gonna happen. So all those people that was that was Diddy's co-defendants and stuff. You guys got to read the paperwork, read all the filings that's out. These people have already, it's broken it down. It's hundreds of pages, y'all. It's broken down everything. All these people have given up evidence. They're testifying. They've given up text messages, evidence, bank statements, all of this stuff. It's all in the paperwork, bro. So all of Diddy's team, all those people that was working with Diddy, that was helping him do all these things, they've turned on this dude and they've given up information against him. And you're going to say, how do I know? Because it's in the paperwork. It's in the evidence filings. All you got to do is go read them. I read all the evidence.
This is what this
and
guy,
it's a lot, y'all.
Ticket, is doing right
It
now.
literally will take
He's
you
not like
a week
coming
to
on
go
making
through
it
all
up.
of those that
He's
paperwork.
reading the
But
actual
it's all right
paperwork,
there. It's
which is
all right
a
there in the
big thing.
paperwork. It's telling you about many instances. Kid Cudi, he's going to be major in this trial. His whole incident, they got the police report. His whole incident with the arson to his car, all this is, he's testifying. From what I'm reading, he's testifying. Then, as I told y'all, Diddy's got more problems because they hit him. Bro, listen. Remember they waited for that situation with that minor? Bro, the government didn't put it as a minor in the first 3 victims. I believe one of those first 3 victims was a minor, and I'm going to tell y'all why. Because the government brought in other minors that are going to corroborate other testimonies of other minors with their evidence and their stories. People that Diddy's not even being charged with. This is the same thing they did to Harvey Weinstein, 413, 404B,
He's naming out all the
they
stuff
bring
right
in
now.
other victims
This man
who you're
reads
not
from the
even being
paperwork.
charged
He
against
ain't
them with,
capping.
but they bring them in with evidence and their testimonies just to show a pattern of all of these things, to say, okay, so Diddy says this. Well, guess what? We got all these other people too. So let's say you got one minor over here that said Diddy did this to me, and we have the evidence here. And Diddy was like, oh, no. They said, okay, how can you say that when we got this one over here too? Come on over here. And I believe they have 2 minors, because they only showed one of the minor victims. 2 minor victims that are testifying that are going to corroborate, I believe, other stories. And they got the evidence, again, it's in the filings. All you gotta do is read in the filings.
Just think for 1 minute. I just want you to think for 1 minute, okay? Who do you think them 2 minors are? I think I know who they are, but I'm not going to mention their names. I think it should come out in court, and I do believe it will come out in court. But I do have an idea of who these 2 minors may be. But I'm going to keep my mouth shut and say nothing until it actually comes out. So I just needed to stop it there, and we'll head on and we'll finish off this and get done.
All the people that was working with Diddy have given him up. That's why nobody said that. Everybody been quiet. They've given him up. Read the paperwork. The paperwork has already showed you that they already all Diddy's co-defendants. All the people that was in his conspiracy that was charged with him have turned and flipped on him. And all have given testimony and evidence and will testify in trial against him. He knows that he already got the paperwork. What Diddy didn't know is they were going to come back and hit him with these other minors. Because remember, Diddy didn't get the list of names until late. They held that list because they didn't want Diddy tampering with these people. So they held that list to as long as they could before they gave that list of names to Diddy and his people. So now they did that, and they brought on others. So now Diddy's going to have all these people. He's going to have minors testifying against him in trial. He's going to have all these other people testifying, and they're going to be showing evidence. Period. You understand? So I'm telling y'all what it is. This situation is crazy. Diddy should have took the plea deal, in my opinion. They offered this nigga a plea deal to where I believe he could walk away with some years left on his life, where he wasn't going to get life in prison. You're going to find out. If I'm a betting man, I bet you they gave Diddy around 15-year plea deal.
15 years?
That's me. If
Well, he's probably gonna get 30
you
to
ask me
40
how much
now.
time you think they gave him ticket on the plea, I believe they gave him 15 years.
Wow.
I believe he said, "No, I ain't doing the 15." Diddy's 50, what, 54 years old? He do
55.
15. He be, let me see, he
I
be
do believe he's
69, right?
55 now.
He be 69 years old. Nigga, you get out, do the OJ Simpson, nigga. You get out, you got 10, 10,
Excuse on
12
his
more
words.
years,
That's
good
not something
years,
I'm
maybe.
comfortable with,
If
but
you lucky, 15 more
it,
years.
you just can't, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Diddy was like, nah, hell, I can't do that. Can't do that. And then as soon as this Negro said he couldn't do it, he
Right,
walked
I'm
in the
gonna
court
stop it
today
because
and
I'm
the
not
judge
comfortable with the wording.
denied every single
Me
thing
skipping
Diddy
on a
alleged.
bit.
And that tape, that Kathy tape, that shit. They're gonna give Cornelius Smith less time than the other dude because he testified against that man. And this nigga, we talking shop. But what I do know is, I do know Cassie's gonna testify. I do know Kid Cudi's gonna testify. I do know it's one other chick. I forget her name. I had her name. I forget her name, but she was the girl that was in that lawsuit where they said Diddy hung her over the
Balcony.
balcony. And remember, y'all, I forgot
Mm-hmm.
to tell y'all this. So that lawsuit that Diddy had against him, that lawsuit was a lawsuit where the dude was anonymous. The dude that claimed that Diddy sexually assaulted him. He claimed that Diddy sexually assaulted him, and he also put another celebrity in that lawsuit.
Okay, I'm taking it off right now. Sorry. Um, YouTube is an idiot. YouTube has changed up so much. There you go. Right. I had to stop it because they were using the N word, and I'm not comfortable with that. And I do understand the community it comes from. So and they call themselves that, on a daily basis. But over here, we don't like them words. So I just want to give you a little. I did. This is a part of fair use. You never show all of it. Um, you never put out all of it because it's taken away from the creator. So therefore, I did not show the whole thing. I skipped on quite a bit, and then there was a lot more to go, but I stopped it. But I wanted to give you the understanding and the gist of what is really going on with P Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever you want to call him. I mean, he has so many different aliens. I was reading them off the I was reading them like, yeah, aka P Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka Brother Love, and all this crap. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And then you have the U.S. Stuff going. So this trial will be going to court. They're selecting the jury on the 5th, and it should be ready for the 8th, or unless there's a delay. You never know. That what he was saying today, that was all done yesterday. That all came out yesterday. I heard about Virginia Dupree. It's very sad what went on with her, and very sad. I don't know if there was other forces involved in that one. Someone to leave their kids behind like that. I mean, I find that a bit sus. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion, right? So I don't know what to think about any of it. I mean, I will look into her a little bit more too. Because I don't want to do drama anymore. Hell, there might be times when drama happens, but there's better things in life than doing a complete drama channel. I mean, I just want to do things what really matter. And this case is a trial of the century for America. To be quite honest, I mean, who knew that he was doing all this horrendous crap to people? And that's what I call it, crap, because it's awful, absolutely awful. You see, can I? fix my background. There you go. I can take down the fair use too. Now that I'm on my own here, like I said, you use things under fair use. You don't show the whole thing. And he did use the N word a few times, so I didn't like that. But it's something that you can't cut out, and that's the way some people speak to each other. And of course, over here we don't really we're not down for that, you know. But yes, you heard that word a few times, and I apologize for that in advance. You know, I really do. It's not my words. That's not a word I would use to anybody at any given time. You know, I don't think I'm any special or any better or anything than anybody in this world. Believe me that. Believe me when I say that. Okay. But I am going to continue covering the P Diddy trial. Um, it's coming up really soon. It's right around the corner. Plus, the material side of things, people will suffer. The mental side of things, people will suffer. Oh, yeah, definitely. Um, there's a lot of why he goes down. Let me tell you, his network, right? Okay, he's classed as a billionaire, right? Do you honestly think he's gonna have $1 billion by the time he's done paying all these lawyer fees? Not to mention he's allegedly, I'm going to use the word allegedly, he's one, two of his sons are being done as get involved in some weird stuff too, right? So there's money has to be paid out for them, and then if he goes down, because we have to say innocent until proven guilty in the court of law, r- right? And it's not a, I think it's a slam dunk case, but that's my opinion. But he still is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Okay, like every other person out there. Will he ever, if he ever did get out, would he ever gain back the respect and the adorations and all that stuff he held on to? No, he's not. The U.S. people are not stupid. They see through this crap. The minute that casting video came out, well, man, that had him there and then. If you ask me that, I mean, who would think that someone come running out in a bath towel to beat you know, the loving daylights out of someone for what? Leaving? Come on, So I cut that live because I didn't want to continue on doing it. I mean, I think we showed enough. And they always say with fair use, don't show the whole thing and give the. We want to give a big shout out to Ticket TV for that one because this man reads the actual paperwork. He's not like capping on it. He's not making up bullcrap. He's reading the actual paperwork, and that's why I like listening to him because he gets straight to the point. There's a couple of words there I didn't like, and yeah, I wouldn't use them. But then again, I'm a white person, right? Just think about that for a minute, and that's why I try skipping that stuff on. So yeah, everyone's welcome into my channel. As long as you're respectful and all that stuff. You gotta see that not everyone wants to be doing drama all the time or talking about the next creator, the next creator, next one. It's not always about that. I mean, there's lots of things we could be doing to bring awareness onto the YouTube streets instead of dragging each other down the whole time. What's the point in it? I don't see it. I'm sorry, but I'm clear minded and I just don't see the point in it. And, I don't see the point in it at all. Why people should be dragging each other down. I just want to give a shout out to Brandy Neil Vaughn. Sweetheart, I hope you're doing well. I hope everything works out for you. Um, and I just really want you to do well and I don't want you to worry about anything. There is nasty people out there. They talk rubbish, more or less. And if anything, I just want to show some love for that lady. She's going through a lot right now, and I try to, when I'm going through certain situations, what I try to do is deflect and move on to something different. Like me doing the Diddy case. I mean, not everyone is into it. I get it. I know y'all want me to do crazy lives and stuff like that. And, yeah, we can do them every now and again, but I'm not going to keep doing that. I am not going to keep doing that. I don't know if people understand that sometimes it's not healthy. You gotta understand there's like a line you gotta draw, and I got triggered the other night, and I went up. Yes, I did. I went up and I defended two people, and I wanted to do that not because I was intoxicated or anything like that, because that was far from it. But these people were tripping out on shrooms, whatever. Oh, well, what they said to me, well, they're illegal over here. But it's not illegal, I don't think, to broadcast that on YouTube. If you're doing that, turn off your cameras, stop acting the fool. But then again, you're acting the fool anyways all the time. So, and I know I didn't go up there nasty. I did not go up there nasty. It wasn't my intention to even do that. I got fed up of people coming over, people saying, oh, well, this happened. No, you don't know anything. You're listening to someone who's putting out the false narrative on a missing child, and I think it's absolutely fucking disgusting, right? And I'm going to be very honest about that. It doesn't matter who you like, who you dislike, that all disappears. Oh well, look, we've a fool come calling me a drunk, whatever. Can you hear that my voice is really clear right now? You're an idiot, man. Just get, I know how you got arranged. Or you know what? I'll take him out myself. I'll get pride in doing this one. Bang. Good luck, motherfucker. You know what? You're wasting your time. I mean, once again, you have someone coming in being an idiot when there was no one talking about anybody. So I'm going to use your word and goodbye to you. You won't be coming in my channel again unless you come under another troll account. I'll block you too. I mean, seriously. Why? Because I speak what I feel in my heart. Is that a bad thing? I don't think so. And stop calling me something that I'm not doing right now, please. I mean, give me a break. I mean, people change. It's up to you to change at the end of the day. No one else can push you to do it. Um, so yeah. Are you mad that you're not hurting my feelings? Because you're really not. No, it doesn't matter what you say about me. I don't care. You don't know me. You do not live in my headspace. So good luck with that one. Take care with that one. But I hope Brandy O'Neill is doing well, and I wish lots of love to her and her family, and you know, and I hope everything gets sorted out, and keep doing, Brandy, keep doing your dream, keep doing that what you said that you wanted to do, keep doing that. Don't leave anyone take that away from you, because if you do, that means they're winning, Brandy. You don't want them winning on you. You don't want them doing that. You know, you don't want them winning on you, Brandy. So, you know, that fool just wasted a whole making up a Google account to come in here and talk stupid shit to me, and yeah, get blocked within a minute. First comment. Why? Because I'm saying the truth. Everyone wants to see people doing good in their life. Why does people want to keep bringing up old stuff? You know what I mean? Yeah, hell, have I made mistakes on YouTube? 110% I did. I own that. I owned it. It's not like I don't, you know what I mean? But the only one who can fix that is me, and I am fixing that right now. So if you don't like it, well, fuck off then. Simple as. But anyway, guys, hit the thumbs up. How long have I been on for? I'll see you for another half an hour and I'm off. What time is it even? I don't even know. Gotta get myself situated and get some food in my stomach and whatnot. Okay. But anyway, look, like I said, don't ever give up on your dreams for nobody, especially someone you don't even know on YouTube. You don't ever give that up. Yeah, I say, yeah, I noticed it's getting late. Oh my god, I didn't realize it was even on that long. Because I was listening to that. And that guy is an interesting guy, he really is. I mean, Ticket TV, he's a really good person. He reads from the paperwork. He's giving it to you as it's coming in, so to speak. Now, I had to kind of stop it because when it comes to fair use, you can use so much of it, but you can't use so. It's not good for you to use a whole lot of it because you want to send subscribers their way, you know what I mean, to listen into the rest of it. So yeah, we had the fair use stuff put up and all that and whatnot. And we'll continue on doing what we want to do. I mean, we can do a few things. We can come on here and we can chit chat, and we can also cover the biggest case what's going on in America right now, and that is the Sean Diddy Combs situation. He's after refusing bail, so you're probably looking at about maybe 30 to maybe 35 years or even more. I don't know. Let's see what the judge says. The judge is not giving him any leeway. Any leeway. So, it could be more than that. I mean, I do believe he's 55 right now because he spent when he went into prison, he was 54, and now he had one of his birthdays in prison. So, the condition of him, it was subscribed, it was said in court. That's the part I didn't play. It said that he lost so much weight. It's unbelievable. I mean, he looks really ill. I mean, this would be called as a culture shock, boom, in your face, you know what I mean? Going from these lavish lifestyles of gigantic size houses, and your chefs there on the clock, on the hour. You can imagine going from that to a cell, which your walk-in wardrobe would probably be bigger than that cell. So you can imagine the culture shock and things what are going on in his head. He's also known to be very narcissistic. Excuse me. Also known to be very narcissistic personality. So that's why he refused the plea deal, so to speak. And he, if anything, he's digging a bigger hole for himself. And if he does get convicted, then you're gonna start seeing the other court cases what are going to come out, and they're going to be civil suits against him. You're going to see a lot of them. If he does get convicted, get time, right? You're going to see a whole host of people coming out. He will no longer be a billionaire at all. I don't even think he is now because of the amount of money he's paying out. Word on the streets has it he's selling his LA home, big massive mansion, right? He's selling that. So it's kind of, I don't know how to feel about it anyway, to be honest. I just see a person who was way up there on the top of the toppest ladder you can get, with living on the best of whatever, with chefs and mansions and you name it, and living on islands and living on this and living on that and off on boat, right? You mean it's crazy. I don't understand how anyone could risk their six children to do this crazy crapped up stuff he was doing. It's very much well reported he's carry on. So many people came out of the woodwork about him. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, where's he going from here? Prison. He's in jail right now. I don't, unless something funny happens inside that court, I don't see him getting out. But I genuinely don't think anything funny. But you never know because look at the O.J. Simpson trial, right? They had him condemned, and it's, he got out. So you just never know. You just don't know. But in this day and age, in the year 2025, I don't see him getting out. I really don't. All these people who work for him, house cleaners, maids, you name it, they turned on him. He has absolutely nobody right now. So I'm gonna let this one go. I'm go and do some things around my apartment, and you know I hope to get on soon with you. I will do different lives. Sometimes it might be just a chit chat live, and it won't be anything about him at all, because that the jury selection is not going to be picked until the 5th of next month. And of course, you know me, I like to come on here. Um, so yeah, I mean, shout out to everybody. Please hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate that one. You know, shout out to anyone who wants to do a replay. The replay crew were very cool and good. So yeah, I will definitely keep on top of the Sean Combs one. I'm not willing to bring you the tit for tat rubbish. I want to go straight to the proper source. And when something goes down, you're gonna know about it. You know. But anyway, good luck, good night, and good afternoon to everybody. Well, it's in the afternoon. Well, you could say good evening. Yeah, but it's still bright out, at least in the UK, right? And I'm going to get off and I'm going to probably watch some Netflix or something, or do something productive, right? Instead of people thinking that I'm sitting there drinking my life away. Nah, that ship has sailed a while. Nah, I'm good. I might I'm doing what I gotta do. That's all I'm gonna say. I do what I gotta do. Bottom line. Good night, God bless, and take care, everybody. Until the next one, I shall see you again.